Presets are like super palettes. You can think of them like submasters in that they contain an entire look, but they're like palettes in that you can quickly assign values to a selected set of channels. Presets can utilize any combination of channels, values, effects, and settings. So for example, you could set focus, intensity, and zoom, but ignore color and gobos. The flexibility is really quite complex and powerful, but the concept is simple. What are a group of settings that you need to use again and again and again and again? This should be recorded as a preset. Okay, let's try it out. If we wanted to create a look using our cross backlights, that should be quite simple. We just need to grab our groups, put them at full, and set their palettes. That would look like the following commands. Group 51 at full, group 51, group 51 at focus palette 10, group 51 beam palette 3, group 61 at full, focus palette 10, beam palette 3, channel 721 through 723 at full, and focus palette 10, and beam palette 3. Oh my gosh, that's so much. All of these can be combined into a single preset, so that all you have to do is group 60, preset, or option P, 10, enter. Ho! That's pretty nice. Presets are pretty smart and flexible though. They only do what you tell them to do. For example, preset 10 doesn't actually hold any color information. Or if you thumb through the live table display and just look at the fixtures that have been selected and augmented, you'll notice that the center 3 movers, channels 7, 21, 22, and 23, have been selected but aren't on. This is because preset 10 has no information for them, so they're just ignored. If we were to switch presets now by pressing preset or option P, 99, which assumes the same channels that we just used, you'll see that these 3 center lights are now on because preset 99 does have values for them. Okay, let's make a preset. Maybe one that uses movers and gobos and colors and effects. This is one of my favorite uses for presets, to have a turnkey cool look that I can layer on top of another cue. So let's start by turning on group 601 at full, and we're going to focus them all into a circle. Of course, you can always drag these individually in augmented, or I've already made a focus palette for you, so option F, 55, enter. Ooh, there we go. This is what it should look like now. Okay, next let's give them a rotating color gobo. So I'm going to open up the moving light effects here. I'm going to choose some sort of gobo like that, and I'm going to turn on the rotation and give them a little spin there. Not too much, just a little bit right there. Good. And then I'm going to give them various colors. So I'm going to cancel each one. I'm going to give it maybe a little bit of rainbow because I'm feeling happy today. So I'm going to select one by one and clear out each time so that we get individual lights. There we go. And uno mas. All right. So now we've got all of our 6 lights in a circle with a gobo that's rotating of various colors. And now I'm going to maybe add some effects. Remember that you can double tap the effect button to see what the current list of available effects is, or you could always check the magic sheet provided for you in the downloaded files. I'm going to use effect 901 and 918, and maybe I'll add the figures back in with channels 101, 1001 through 1004. Okay, so there's our people back. Let's take group 601. Let's do effect 901 and effect 918. Whoa, that's crazy. Okay, now we're going to record group 601 into preset. So let's say record group 601, record preset 21, and let's give it a label of crazy pills because this is kind of crazy, and hit enter. Okay, this will record all the values of channels 601 and ignore any other captured channels, such as the figures. Now we can create a look that covers the whole stage and then add preset 21 on top of that. So for example, if I take group 601, oops. All right, so if I take group 601 out and sneak it, I can now take my group 60 and set that to be full, and I could do preset. Oops. Whoa. Preset 99 is what I meant to do. There we go. We're going to give it a nice deep blue to light up all our people. Now we could do group 601, preset 21, our crazy pills, and it's going to pull that layered on top of the other. One more thing, we can also recall or restore only a portion of a preset. So to select only a handful of channels, we could type in maybe just 2 of our channels. So I'm going to take group 601 and sneak that out. Instead, we could do channels 601 and 606, preset 21. And now it's going to turn on just those 2 channels and apply the crazy pills to them. Or we could always use the moving lights soft keys at the bottom of the light to selectively apply a certain type of parameters out of the preset. So let's try to type in channels 602 through 605, so the ones that we haven't done. We're going to do preset 21, and I'm going to use only focus and intensity and press enter. So that ignores our form and our color. So there we go. Okay, again, the true purpose of presets is to quickly restore values for various lights, making your programming work quick and efficient. But just remember that it takes a bit of time on the front end to set up. So you have to balance time spent now and time saved later. Time spent now and efficiency made later.